Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video episode on ForgottenWeapons.com. Today we're looking at a pretty interesting, very rare Civil War repeating rifle here. This is a Ball Repeating Carbine, named after the fellow who invented it. These were manufactured up in the state of Vermont, and 1,000 of them were ordered for Union service in 1864, although by the time they were actually manufactured and delivered, it was 1865, and the Civil War was over. So that was pretty much the extent of production, was just that 1,000 guns. Now what makes this interesting is, of course, the fact that it's a repeating rifle. The action looks vaguely like a Spencer, although it isn't really. Now there's a tube magazine located under the barrel here that holds 7 rounds. This was chambered for the 5650 rimfire cartridge. That's the same round that the Spencer used. And in order to operate it, we're going to start by cocking the hammer all the way back, and then the trigger guard acts as the operating lever. So let's get a quick look at that cycling. So now the thing that jumps out at us about this is all right, now here's the interesting thing about the Ball carbine. In here, this is actually the rear 3/8 or half an inch of the chamber, which has been split into with this curved profile. You can actually see the cutout for the rim of the case right in there. The reason for that is the rim of the case is actually completely exposed when the action is closed. Right up here, right up in there, you can see the top half of the chamber. Now when I close the action, you can see that the two mate up, and then there's this little exposed area right there, and the rim sticks out, and there is a matching piece of firing pin right there on the hammer. So that's what fires it. You don't have to have a connecting rod or something like that, like the trapdoor Springfield did. Now, in order to load the tube mag, many guns, like the Spencer, for example, were loaded through the buttstock. This one you load through the action, and the tube is under the barrel. You can see it there, a little dark, but underneath the barrel, right down in there. So when the action's fully open, you can go ahead and load that from the breech. Now when you're cycling the gun, it pulls around backwards out of the tube under spring pressure, and then this lever pushes it onto the breech and pushes the rim into that rim groove, so that when the cartridge comes up like this, it's held on the breech block and feeds into the barrel. And once you're in that position, you just pull the trigger, drops the hammer, fires the round, and you're ready to go again. There is a 2-position flip-up rear sight on this. Actually pretty good for sights of the era. A fairly typical little front post. So we'd like to thank Rock Island Auction for letting us come out and take a look at this, among other guns. And tune back in to ForgottenWeapons.com for more cool Civil War repeaters. We're cycling the gun.